Now, what was your feeling about the vibe in the room with the different girls when you got there?
What was the vibe? It was cold. The vibe was cold. The temperature was cold. I'm having PTSD as I'm like flashing back.
I can imagine.
It was a lot of girls. I remember thinking like, wow, there's so many of us. There's so many of us. We had 15.
Yeah.
15 girls. Which is why what I blame not making it to Snatch Game on.
Too many girls.
Oh, there was just so many of us.
So many girls.
If only there was not so many, I would have made it to Snatch Game.
Well, I mean, it seemed like you were going to make it to Snatch Game because you really did great in the acting challenges.
Thank you. Well, yeah, it's what I feel like that's what I like to do the most. I love to act.
And so you felt very secure in that moment. What were the parts you were feeling less secure about?
Well, my dancing, definitely.
They sure give you a fucking hard time
they
for
sure
your
did.
dancing.
Well, I'm not the first Drag Race girl that can't really count a beat.
Right.
I'm really not. And some people don't ever have to, go through a dancing challenge, or at least it's not so highlighted. But it's something I've been working on.
Sure, not everybody's a 5, 6, 7, 8.
Well, I'm certainly not still. I'm not
Right.
that. But I've been working on it.
Yeah.
And it's something, that's my cross to bear. That's my homework to do. And you better know I'm going to do it.
But you have other things, your beauty, your acting, your personality.
Yeah.
It definitely was a narrative for you that I bet it's kind of a pain in the ass.
I kind of take it. I just take it, because it's always been an insecurity for me. Because, when I go on stage or I give a show, I'll do a song and I'll have a look on that looks like she's about to 5, 6, 7, 8 it.
Yes.
And I've never been able to 5, 6, 7, 8 it.
Right.
So it's always been something in the front of my mind, saying like, oh, I know I can't do this, Let me highlight the fact that I can't do this. And then I guess they ran with that. But I don't blame them.
No, I've been watching clips of you performing recently, and you can whip your hair with the best of them, sweetie.
I can death drop now. I've been working on...
You can death drop?
I can death drop.
Wow, Lady Red, are you hearing what I'm saying?
I am so shocked that you death drop looking like that.
I do. My hat will fall off if I do it now. But yeah, I can pole dance now. I've been working on pole dancing with X-Pole.
Wow.
They sent a pole to my house, so I just swing around when I have nothing to do, which is a rarity, but sometimes.
That's fun.
Yeah.
So what was your favorite moment of the competition?
My favorite moment of the competition was probably when I won, the challenge that I won. A lot of girls go to Drag Race, but not everybody is told, you're a winner, baby.
Yeah.
Congratulations this week. You did X, Y, and Z. That was very cool. Even though it was a shared win, it almost made it better. It was, for it to be so hard for them to choose, they have to give us both the win was really fun.
And to be up there, I mean, what was it like with all the cameras? RuPaul is right there.
I was just talking to a friend about that yesterday. I feel so lucky that I've seen her in drag in person.
Right.
Because she really looks like that.
Yeah.
She really looks like that. And the whole world watches her in drag, but very few people get to really go and see it in person.
Yeah, and close.
And close up.
Y'all really get to go
We're not
close.
that close.
Right, how far
We're
how
not
far
that
away is
close.
she, Lady Red distance?
We're definitely farther than this.
Definitely
farther than that. But, she's got good eyesight. I can see. And she looks just like that. It's crazy.
Wow.
But yeah, it's obviously nerve-wracking. And there's not much you can't really think about it. I think if you start to think about it, then you start to overthink it, and you just roll with punches like it's a happy hour show, just like any other, gig.
How about the toughest moment? Getting eliminated, or was there?
Yes, the toughest moment. Not getting eliminated. I feel like I had a wave of of relief almost when I was, sashaying. But it was listening to the teammates say that I should be the one to sashay.
Right,
was
when they
way
threw
harder.
you under the bus, honey, that was
Yeah.
very, very rough.
That was hard to experience and experience back.
Right, because it was tough the first time. You get home, you get over it, you figure your shit out. You're like, I'm a whole person again. And then you have to watch it and have everyone dissect it and all the rest.
Yeah. Luckily, you never know what's going to happen. You never know what the reaction to the kids are going to have. You just never know.
Yeah.
So it was a nice surprise almost to see the support, and to
Oh, you
see
mean
like,
when
oh,
the-
like they
yeah.
saw
Yeah.
things the way I did maybe.
Yeah, because when you got eliminated, it was a shock to me and to many other people because it seemed like your lip sync moment was a saving oneself type of moment. You really turned it.
I did all I could.
Yeah. Take me back to the prep right before you were about to do that lip sync and what that was
Well,
like.
I spray painted those scissors gold like 15 minutes before.
Right.
And I shoved them in my bra and
Uh-huh.
I said, I'm going to ask forgiveness, not permission. Because I didn't know if that would be allowed.
Right.
Because it's technically like a weapon, it's a sharp object. I don't know what they were going to say. They would probably said no. So I did that. I knew I had that just in case. I knew I was going to lip sync from the very beginning of when she introduced that challenge. Which this is the dancing, this is the choreography, this is the death drops and the shablams. And this. I said, okay, let me make sure I know what this lip sync song is.
Right.
Because I didn't have the faith in myself, I guess. And I ended up there.
Wow. But you did turn it out. So,
As best I could.
yeah.
As best I could. I love that song, Last Dance.
Yeah, it's a classic.
A classic. It's a song that I love. And I don't know. I just, I had a weird relationship with the color gold for a long time after that, where I was like, oh, I can't do that, it's gold. But I've since, come around to gold, and obviously with the gold throne,
Of course.
I've been embracing, I did an
And-
all-gold DragCon booth.
You're good with gold now.
I'm good with gold. Gold and I are like this, girl.
Girl, you're so close with gold.
Girl, I'm so close with gold. Feel bad for silver.
Silver's so over.
Oh my God.
God, she's a bitch too.
She is.
She is. So you get eliminated and you go home, and then how do you put your life back together?
Oh my
Because it's
God.
we hear that story a lot. It's like you have
Right.
this incredible moment, you build up so many years to get it, you get as far as you've gotten,
Yeah.
but it's not the crown, so you have
Right.
to go home and you just have to be with it all alone.
Yeah. Well, I escaped to actually back to Kentucky. My dad has a nice pool, and I just kind of laid in the pool for a long time. Realized I was not at the bottom of the pool, and I got up and continued on. You got to keep the lights on. Life doesn't stop. It feels like it does, but it doesn't. So you just go about your day. I went back to New York once everyone was home, and continued working on shows. Continued to avoid questions about it, and
Right.
the friends that are good friends won't ask you. Bad friends will.
Why?
Girl, what is it like? What was it like? You can't say anything.
Right. You're like,
You'll know
"Bitch,
eventually.
You'll see it on TV.
You'll see it. I don't know what it's like. We'll watch it together.
And I'll tell you all the details then.
Yeah.
So then you have to strengthen yourself up for you get the
Mm-hmm.
big premiere, you finally get out there, and then it's all being picked apart by the world. How does that feel?
That was fun.
You
I
enjoyed
like
that
to be
part.
picked apart. Just spread me open,
Well, I mean, there was a lot of positive things being said about you and a lot of fun that happened out of it.
Sure.
A lot of great fan reaction, especially from your elimination. Everybody was
Yeah.
really behind you.
It's funny. I think I maybe made more fans after the elimination than I did the whole show. Because I was kind of doing this whole. I didn't really feel, I guess, worthy to be there. Maybe you stand next to these superstars. Before they ever walk into the workroom, they're already famous for being so good at what they do. And you don't feel like you measure up a little bit. So I was doing this weird. I would say maybe it's a defense mechanism, just like, oh, I'm like hot shit, you know, I'm the best and I'm great, you know, convincing myself that I had nothing to worry about.
Right.
And I think it backfired a couple times. Just it didn't feel real, and it kind of felt like, you know. So I feel like when I let that wall down and just accepted that the elimination was what it was, and that I had to do some work on myself, and I got a much better reaction.
Yeah.
I feel like people leveled with it, and they saw the process, because it was just word vomit, just packing up my things in the workroom, just what was on my mind.
Yeah.
And I think people related to that, which is nice, because
I
you
bet
just
that
never
is,
know.
yeah.
You just never know if they're gonna, you know, if you're gonna break through to someone.
Do you think that you'd go back again if asked?
I would.
Yeah?
I would.
And how would you do it differently this time? Be more yourself?
I think it's as trite as that sounds. Just I would be more myself. I mean, a lot of that was me. You know,
Yeah.
a lot of what I did, I didn't really put up. I was scared to come out of the show being someone I wasn't, because then you have to, you know, tour and go meet people, and
You
they're
have
going
to
to
act that
expect you
way.
to
Yeah,
be a certain kind of
exactly.
thing. So you got to be yourself. But yeah, I think I would just maybe focus less on the people around me, and how I measure up to them, and measure up to me. You know?
Right. Well, honey, we sure hope that you get on that All-Stars, because I think you have a lot more to offer. And look, those legs, this body, this hair.
Oh, Johnny, the feeling's mutual.
Well, honey, we love you. Give it up for Scarlet Envy, everybody.
Thank you.
And gorgeous, you have turned it so fiercely that you have snatched the trophy, sweetie.
Oh my God, yay! Wow.
Here you go. It matches
love
your
it.
outfit.
Thank you. I know I could probably just pin it, like add it to the hat.
Stunning.
Right?
That hat is incredible.
Wow.
And Scarlet, I know we don't want to pop your tuck in those little panties, but we got you a lap dance.
Yay! Oh my gosh, wow.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Oh, wow. I knew I didn't wear pants for the right reason.
Oh,
wow.
my goodness.
Yay, thank you, love. Wow.
Whoa.
Oh, wow.
Lady Red, while Jared goes doing good, why don't you take us out with some Black Lady Screaming?
Yay.
Hey, Qween.
Hey,
Oh, he's so nasty.
Oh.
All right. Thank you very much, Jared.
New York City
like
style.
it. Oh my goodness.
Wow.
All right, well, that's not the end for Scarlet. She's going to stick around and play Look at Us. You're going to want to tune into that. Thank you to the beautiful Lady Red. Thank you to the sexy little Jared. And thank you to Scarlet Envy.
Thank you, Daddy.
And thanks to all of you. We'll see you next time on Boop. Hey, Qween. Bye, baby. How's your tuck? It's still intact?
It's still intact.
You got it good.
It's still intact.